Yo, what's going on there, Audi fans, Audi people? As you can see, the Audi is turned around a different direction, which means she is running fucking great. She's running great. I was a little suspect because I had this crazy noise that was coming from the rear timing chain after I put the new tensioner and chain on. And I was going crazy out of my freaking mind to the point where I thought I just for sure that I put the timing belt on backwards. Cause I was told if you put the timing belt on backwards, it could fuck up the chain in the rear as far as the rotation. Oh shit. So at first I was getting this crazy click clacking and shit. A little bit. It wasn't loud, but it was just loud enough for me to be like, yo, that wasn't there before I fucking tore this motor down. So like what the fuck? So I did a little bit of research, and again, that's what I found that it could either be the timing belt on backwards or the belt tensioner for the alternator and stuff like that. The tensioner bad. So what I do, I started the easiest thing first. I went to the tensioner, the belt tensioner, and I had one of my homies over here hearing this shit too. And pretty much I changed the tensioner and I spray painted the alternator, the power steering pump, and the AC compressor. The noise is coming from one of those three things. And I think it's just coming from the primer, from where I primered it or whatever, and yeah, painted or whatnot. But yeah, the engine runs flawlessly. Like, I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? It's my third timing job doing. And when I mean timing job, I don't mean I had to go in there and set the timing. I mean, I went in there, set everything at top dead center, and took the components off and put new components on. That's all I did. So I didn't have to reset. I didn't have to set any timing at all. I mean, I didn't have to reset the timing because I just set it. I just put everything. I didn't even set it. Again, I just put everything at top dead center, and you put everything in top dead center, you know everything's aligned, so it's time to take her apart. Overall, the job is fairly easy. That rear timing cover chain for the chain, I thought I was gonna have to take that coolant pipe off down there, but there's a little hole in between there that, like, if you feel your fingers in between that coolant pipe and the cover for the timing chain cover, you will feel that you can stick your a little, like a 2-inch extension down in there, wobbly head extension down in there, and you can take that what is it, that T35 out, or T30, whatever the hell it is. Other than that, man, the job was fairly easy. I can say, y'all, I was in denial. I was telling my best friend, like, yo, I'm hoping it ain't, I'm hoping it ain't, I'm hoping it ain't, I'm hoping it ain't, I'm hoping it ain't. Again, a lot of people, for those of you that don't know, I feel like I'd have to tell you because not everybody watches all videos. So I feel like I have to tell you each and every other video. When I first got this car last year, it's been probably a year and some change, a couple of months since I've had this car now, and I bought the car, and within 4 months of me driving the car, less than that, the fucking rear chain went out. The rear tensioner went out, broke. At the time, I didn't know what the fuck it was. Got out the car, smoke everywhere, fucking, I was like, what the hell? Pretty much tried to repair the motor, but I found out that the cylinder and the valve, cylinder one wasn't getting any compression. Bam. Started my new motor hunt. Found this one on Facebook Market, which was a super blessing. I found this one on Facebook Market. The guy wanted $700 for it. He was 3 hours away, so I told him my situation. He pretty much told me his situation. He said he wasn't able to leave, and so I was like, "Fuck, could you take something off if I travel to you?" He took $100 off, so pretty much I got this motor for $600. Got this motor for $600 after finally getting it in, because I caught hell getting it in first time changing out, you know what I mean, with this manual engine, so it was a little learning lesson. But yeah, and I got the motor in, everything on the motor, including what I'm about to tell y'all, had a fucking problem with it. The alternator is just the alternator, the intake manifold, and the throttle body is off the old vehicle. So, and the tensioner now is off the old engine. Not the old vehicle, but the old engine. Yeah, so when I fucking Pretty much, yeah. And there was a lot of trial and error. There was a driving around the neighborhood, check engine light, sputtering, car cut off, come back, troubleshoot, fix it, fucking take it out again, fucking another problem, come back, check engine light, fucking try to fix it, fix it. So I went through a lot of that with this engine. And so, yeah. I wish I had the means to know all of this before I put it in, but unless you got some of the high-tech equipment, you know what I mean, you really don't know nothing that's going on with the motor until you install it and turn it on. And that's when you start finding problems. And that's what pretty much happened to me. Now, I had a turbo leak from the bottom, not a turbo leak, but the bottom hose that goes into the oil pan. That fucking hose is leaking from the oil pan to the hose. So I put a little, what do you call that, little copper gasket, rubber, I don't even know what the fuck you call it. Pretty much I put a copper or whatever, again, whatever you want to call it, gasket in between there. That's sealed up. My fucking oil cooler and my oil filter housing was leaking oil. So I put gaskets in both oil cooler and oil filter housing. Bitch is still leaking. And guess where it's coming from? The motherfucking rear main inside that transmission. I kept wondering why the hell in my belly, my transmission support, my cross member for my transmission, I kept wondering why the fuck it was always so damn drip wet. Yep. I want to say it is so crazy because it doesn't do it when the car is not running. It's only doing it when the car is running. Motherfucking dripping about a class 2 leak while that motherfucker's damn running. Hell yeah. So, in the next month or two, honestly, I've been riding like that ever since I fucking put this motor in. You know what I'm saying? I've been riding like that ever since I put the motor in. So it's not like I just got the leak. Fucking, I've been had the leak and I've been riding the fucking whole time. So I'm not gonna stop now. I will say I done took this fucking car apart. I'm not planning on doing it no more till the next month and a half. And when I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put a stage 2 clutch in there. I'm gonna put a stage 2 clutch with a light flywheel, and yeah. So that's what I plan to do in the next month or two. So for the next month or two, I'm gonna be the motherfucking street parker. I'm not parking in no one's driveway because I don't want to fuck up their shit. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be the street parker, curb parker. That's gonna be me for the next 2 months. That'll be my first time doing a rear main seal. In which I got the old motor in the backyard. I'm going to take that rear main seal off before I even take this motor apart. I'm going to take that rear main seal off just to see what it all consists of. So that way I know what I'm getting myself into whenever I go to take this one off. That's the good thing about having the old motor. I feel like I've talked your guys' head off enough. Kendall26910. Y'all go check out my IG if y'all made it this far to the fucking video of me talking. Y'all go check out my IG for my Audi page. It is lowlife26910. That's my IG. Lowlife26910. Audi gang out.